since I was a young boy, with tales I have enthralled. From Waterdeep to Baldur's Gate, I've entertained them all. But I've never been so surprised as I was in Zaphiros Hall. This handsome half-elf bard sure makes a mean pinball. As we lurch around, we ask ourselves why. Would Zaphiros be so reckless with his castle in the sky? Quinch thinks he's smart and begins to fly. Left behind and smash as his plan goes awry. Tossed around like clothes in a tumble dryer. Thank God the cycle ends in dice and desire.
Why did I take so much? That seems like quite a lot.
You suddenly feel all of that uncertainty with the castle. You feel it suddenly just ease and stop. Oh. And
do it again! Do it again!
Davov says, yeah, do it again, I dare you, with the immovable rod in the hole, ready to tear this whole castle down.
And after a few seconds, you hear some more movement from upstairs, and then all of a sudden, floating down through the hole is everyone's favourite giant. Probably not at this point. Probably any goodwill.
Yeah, because I want to attack him.
To be fair, if he's come down legs first, he's lucky to not smash his bollocks off the immovable rod.
I'm probably going to attack him, to be fair.
As he? Well, you're still outside, mate. You can't do anything. As he floats down, he goes, "I am, I'm sorry. This is happening. Is everyone okay?"
No, Zaphiros, we are not okay.
You need to retake your cloud driving test.
Quinch is missing, presumed dead. I am
presumed
very
or hoped.
Hurt. Hoped, presumed pretty well.
Presumably hoped dead.
Yeah, we thought we'd lost Dabov for a moment.
Dabov just looks and goes, "Nah, it's all right."
Frankly, no complaints from me. I had a well good time.
Dweezil, I cannot apologise enough for this. How do you say? This is je ne sais quoi of a moment, yeah.
Ambassador, you're spoiling us.
This uncomfortable ride. It is not my intention. I wish to cause you no harm.
Am I allowed to come back in for this?
Yeah, you can. You can scrape yourself off the wall and come.
Yeah, Quinch does peel himself off the wall, comes through, he's a little bit disorientated, gets wrapped up in the curtain on the way in. Can he get wrapped up enough that how is the curtain attached to whatever it's attached to, a rail or whatever?
It's your typical curtain. You've got your rail at the top, and then it's two. Actually, no, it's one sort of blue drape down.
Is it strong? Like if I've accidentally got wrapped myself up in it and stumble, am I going to pull it down?
Are you trying to make a toga? Is that what's going on here?
A cape.
Why don't we set it on fire for no reason?
Oh, if we could, that'd be great.
It's attached quite, it's quite strong in its attachment, yeah.
Okay, fine. In that case, he gets tangled up in it, which is just mildly embarrassing. Untangles himself and then comes in and says, "Yes, I got hit by a castle."
But Krill, are you okay? Did the castle hit you?
I'm fine.
Oh, sorry, you are Zakrill. I'm forgetting this. I am Zaphiros. Listen, I feel I must explain something about why we are in this predicament, yes?
This statue is talking. Are you seeing this? Quinch is confused, stood beneath the statue on the right of the room, or left of the room.
He has a concussion.
Zaphiros sees what's going on there and turns back to Dweezil and says, "I am thinking that your friend, he is needing some assistance, yes? Are any of you healers? Can you help him?"
No, he's just always like that. Don't worry about it.
Yes, this world is in wonderful hands. Let me explain. One of my pet Griffins from the area on the top floor, he returned to... He went hunting this morning and he returned to the castle, and he was wounded. And I looked at his wounds, and it was clear that he'd been entangled with a dragon. And I was quite concerned with your safety. I did not want to tangle with a dragon myself, with ones such as yourselves on the castle. And I saw he was following us, and I needed to make some movements to conceal ourselves from him.
Dweezil?
Krill.
Could we go fight a dragon?
Seems a bit of an easy task, if you ask me.
I mean, he's already wounded from hitting a castle, so yeah, I reckon we can. I reckon we can all take him.
Oh, my little friend, your humor in that emergence is wonderful, but the real dragons, and I mean no offense, Quinch, the real dragons are quite formidable, yes?
I mean, this one fought a kraken.
As they're saying, it's...
What did you say?
This one fought a kraken.
Yes.
While he was level 1.
Pre-level 1.
I'm like barely quarter dragon, aren't I?
You're half dragon.
A true dragon would, a flying castle would not trouble it so much. Yes, it would not take so much damage. I mean no offense of this.
Why did you snigger when you said that?
How do you know how much damage I've taken, Zaphiros?
I can see the bloody nose. Yes.
How do you know that was related to me hitting the castle?
He's just been picking his nose extra vigorously.
It's the large chunk of brick embedded in your nose that gives it away.
And the dent in the side of the castle, shaped like Quinch.
Literally a Quinch-shaped hole.
I'm looking at you, I'm seeing the blood, and I'm thinking, as they say, it is 1 and 1 makes X, yes?
1 and 1 makes sex.
Not if you do it right, my friend.
My language. Quinch comes to his senses and realises that the statue isn't Zaphiros, and he joins the rest of the group. He actually starts stroking Dweezil.
Oh. How does Dweezil react to that, Dabble?
Oh, his tail, just, do weasels have tails? Yeah, of course they do. Just starts, waving in the air excitedly.
They're just all tail, really, aren't they?
Yeah, just one big tail with a mouth on the other end.
I think you're thinking of snakes.
Zaphiros, what magic made the horses not have any effect? That sentence didn't make sense.
What be of the horses actually? And Sebastian, where are they? What has happened? They're not just a pile of meat, are they?
They're chilling out in the corner, almost as if they sort of paused, as if reality itself completely forgot they existed, and they were safe in their own bubble, taking no damage whatsoever.
Hold person. That's what was used on them. But it was...
In reality, they could have stayed outside, but they're fine. I'm looking at the horses, I'm looking at Sebastian, and they are appearing quite well. They are looking much better than you, Crilch.
Did you say Crilch?
You're one character now.
Sounded like it.
At least we have the decency to call you by the right name, Fazaros.
I'm thinking yesterday you were not calling me this, so you were calling me something like Viveros or something. Yes?
I always get names right. It's one of my most noble traits.
Excellent, yes. Thank you, Crouch.
Kriljov.
Turning to you as a group, and again, I can only apologise for this inconvenience this morning, and I am hoping that you will all be safe. Is anyone under any serious injuries?
Yes.
Can you find a route from where you've just bounced off every wall? There's just a blood stain in the shape of Dweezil on every wall in the thing.
Yes, my life flashed before my eyes, and yes, thank you for calling that an inconvenience.
Well, I am afraid that whilst I am of the magic, I am not one with the help with the healing. Perhaps one of you can heal. I mean, we touch wood. We will not encounter this dragon again, and we have a safe journey towards Tribal. But
would you like me to go and tend to your griffin?
Is this how you say double entendre?
No, I'm happy to go and stroke it.
I must say that we can. I would rather you not attend to the griffins. They are grouchy. Yes,
I could just fly up there quickly. That's all right with you, isn't it?
I would rather you stay here with your compatriots and make sure that everyone is healed and well. And yourself, Quinch, I worry about your mental state with the hitting of the castle. Again, I shouldn't laugh. That is, I do apologize.
Can I see a griffin?
I would rather you did not see the griffins. They are grouchy, yes?
I've never seen a griffin. I'd like to see a griffin, please.
I would... And you can see he's got an inner turmoil. You know, Zaphiros has been, on his castle alone for a while. He's not necessarily used to... He's not used to company, necessarily.
Are you lying about the griffins?
I don't believe he actually has griffins, do you, Krill? Imagine pretending to have pets.
Is it a bit pathetic?
I'm having the griffins, yeah. There are 4 of them. And
yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
What are their names? 5,
There's-
4, go for it. Fast up.
There's Happy, there's Sneezy, there's Doc, and there's Dopey, yes?
And there's Kevin and Nathan.
Those are good names, okay. He might have griffins.
I would, if you really must see the griffins, I can take you up there, but you must come with me.
Yes, let's do that.
Fine. This is not how I expected the conversation to go after such a troublesome event that you are questioning my...
I had such a good time, and now I'm just pumped to see the griffins. This is like a day at the fair, and we've had one of those.
We're going to have to find a blacksmith for him, aren't we?
I would ask, though, if the rest of you would remain here. I do not wish to disturb the griffins and scare them too much with strangers. Yes, I am willing to take...
Krill is not scary.
Exactly. You are, for them, quite small. But 5 small people would possibly unnerve them, yes?
Krill is a big boy.
Krill, if anything happens, you be sure to yell out.
We should have a safe word, Krill.
Pineapple.
Just help us. Oh, okay, pineapple, yes. I don't know what that is, but yes.
Make sure you take Mr. Mosey with you. And then you can point out if he touches you somewhere.
Show us on the mosey where he touched you, yes.
Krill, would you like me to lift you to the area?
I mean, do we have... Oh, is there other options?
This is an excellent point. No, there is no other way.
I guess you'll be lifting me then, and then I T-pose.
I'm going to use Mage Hand to move the immovable rod out of the way and retrieve it, just so that there's no more obstructions.
Oh no, please put it on Krill's back. So he can't
Scrambling to get lifted up.
Zaphiros goes down onto one knee and reaches out for you
yes, I will.
to come to him. And he lifts you up. And in this moment, can I have a constitution check from you, please, Krill?
Christ, that's not scary. 14.
14. You actually, I don't know if it would be. Let's re-roll that. Let's say a wisdom check.
18.
An 18. Zaphiros gets his arms around you and gives you a hug. First to sort of like give you sort of reassurance.
Krill purrs.
And in this moment, you sort of feel like this is the hug that rural Tazula never gave you. Krill's
a mess. Krill is crying.
The man is he's a big guy, and never have you been held by anyone bigger than your father. And the combined effort of all of this, a big strapping guy holding you, who is naturally quite a big guy in himself, it feels very much like the hug that your father never gave.
Quill has never been Little Spoon.
So he gets his arms around you, and you slowly feel your feet leaving the ground, and you're sort of a little bit confused by it because it's not something you necessarily had that often. And you and Zaphiros go flying up through the castle. And
so long, losers.
As you go through the hole into the first floor, second floor, whatever you want to call it, the next floor, you see that you enter into a room that's the ceiling's about 80 foot higher than the floor of this room. There are slender windows set around like the circular parts of the tower up here, with stained glass depicting various giants. Although they're quite slender, you can still see giants amongst them in very ornate detail. The furnishings in here include a giant-sized bed, an enormous wooden chest, and you also see floating 10 foot above the floor is an orb, which is letting out sort of a very soft blue light. So that's what you see on that floor, and he sort of swiftly keeps taking you up. Because you're not here to see his bedroom. That's not the relationship you two have built up.
I must say that's a big fucking bed.
Zaphiros is a big guy. For reference, I think he's like 24 foot or something like that. So you reach the top. He brings you up very slowly as you approach the ceiling of the second floor and sort of pop your head above. He doesn't take you all the way up, but just takes you enough that you can see over the floor. And he whispers, "As you can see, they're quite real. The Griffins, they are there. That one. That one is happy. Yes. That one is sneezy. The one over there, he's dopey. The one there, Doc, he is the one who is returning today with the injuries. And can you roll a perception check, please?
Ooh, nice natty 20.
Natty 20. You see that Doc is actually quite badly injured. I mean, not to the point of death or anything like that, but there are definitely some fairly big gouges out of the side of it, made with claw marks, and it's not looking good. As in not that it's dying, just that it's definitely seen better days.
Zaphiros, I am as you can tell by my bulging muscles and huge size, I am a experienced combatant. Would you like me to see if I can perform some sort of healing medicine check on your Griffin?
You are, as they say, the veterinarians? Yes?
I believe that's a word I've been called before.
I am not sure. I mean, perhaps we can revisit this. Let me see how Doc feels over the next 24 hours.
Listen, it's a win-win scenario. He either lives or I have a pretty cool trophy.
Has Krill got to talk to animals?
Shut your fucking face.
Are Griffins
Listen.
animals?
Yes, shut the fuck up.
Yes,
They're creatures.
they're the creatures.
They're not. No.
Listen, bear with me, Zaphiros. I will. You will be very, very impressed by my next feat. And then I just shout down the massive hole. Cheers, Quinch.
No. I'm afraid they are monstrosities. You cannot speak to them. Thank you, Dabov. Inspiration.
Right. Can I have a second inspiration point? Because I've already got one.
Fucking hell! Can you people use your inspiration? Oh, I'm gonna fly out the door of this castle. I won't possibly see if I can
Visibly
survive.
fuming.
I'd have used it if I had to grab onto the immovable rod and just hang in the air, but I didn't get.
Did
that
I
far.
forget to mention that one of my languages is Griffin?
No, Peter Griffin.
That's the worst impression and the best impression I've ever heard.
I mean, is there anything I could do seeing as I'm up here so I can't fucking talk to them?
I mean, you've seen them? You are believing me that they are real, yes?
Oh, yeah, when I did my perception check, I noticed that there was a loose feather on one of their nests. May I have it?
Yeah, but perhaps not now. As you can see, they are
Can I just...
a little agitated from
I
from
just
the
want
attack.
a griffin feather. Please.
I'm promising you, Krill, if this is
do slight hand movements.
if this is something that you're wanting, I can make this happen for you, aka for you. But right now, this is not the moment. Doc is not happy, and I do not wish to have him cause my guests.
I know Doc isn't
more
happy.
harm.
That's happy.
Yes, this is a pun. It's as you were saying. Sometimes the cake is on the road. Yes.
They do say that.
Krill, can we please? Now you've seen
Yeah,
what you needed to see.
it's been about me for a little while now, so let's rejoin the group.
That is what I'm thinking. The others are possibly doing nothing. And in fact, while this is happening, what are you four doing?
Well, Quinch is speaking to Dweezil, actually. Dweezil, do you think... I don't know what they're doing up there, but giants have got penises, right? How big do you think their penises are?
Based on the height, I would say he's 24 feet tall. I am I'm just under 4. He's 4 times the size of me, maybe slightly more.
Yeah.
My penis is 50 centimeters.
Yeah.
So 2.
It's about that. Yeah.
2 meters, I would imagine, about the height of, essentially around about the size of me.
Do you think Krill would be able to do you think he's okay? Should we check on him?
You can. I mean, for the record, this hole in the floor goes straight up. You could literally just sort of look straight up Zephyrus's clothes, essentially.
Quinch looks up. Shit, you were right.
While this is going, I am going to touch myself while we're here as well. When words will not suffice with grievous wounds transpiring, my touch will palliate the pain, healthful, fit, and thriving. I will give myself a healing word at second level because I am in bits, and that's going to give me, that's not bad, 13 health.
Happy to go back down now, by the way.
Yeah. Anything else you four are doing while Krill is perving over Griffins?
No.
No, in particular. No.
Okay.
Is Dweezil's healing touch sort of single use?
It was cure wounds, not that it wasn't healing word. It was cure wounds. How badly hurt are you, Quinch?
I took I would say that I took a pretty heavy beating from the castle, and if you've got sort of anything would help.
Right. Okay. I'll do the same. As I said those words, I put one hand on myself and one hand on Quinch, and to Quinch I bestow 12.
Thank you. I'm feeling refreshed. The temporary hit points, because I lost all of them. I my new ceiling is my old ceiling, right?
Yes,
correct.
That's because they're temporary. Cool. If you could use them more, they'd be permanent.
Okay. I just won't ask next time. I'll just assume the rules. Don't worry.
It's worked for you so far.
Well, no, they're temporary, mate. Yeah. Right. So with that, Krill and Zephyros start floating back downwards. On the way back down, Krill, can you can you do me another perception check, please?
17.
17. As you're going down on Zephyros.
Krill, did you see a toilet?
Yes, it's fucking huge.
So with your roll of 17, as you are slowly drifting down towards the ground floor, you notice Krill hanging around Zephyros's neck, and just underneath his robe, you notice a
magnificent pair of breasts, judging by your hand movements.
I was going to say a magnificent chest hair or something like that.
You notice a pendant again, I guess, quite a large one, hanging around his neck, and it's made of stone, and you essentially see this popping up. Can you see that popped up?
I can. Can anybody else see this?
Nope.
No.
On screen. It should only be visible to Krill.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So you notice that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll deal with that in a second. So that's what you notice. You see a stone pendant around his neck with an engraving on it, and it should be in your journals now, Krill. You come down through his bedroom, and then you come through the hole in his bedroom down into the ground floor, and you rejoin the rest of the party. And he softly puts you back down on the ground, and he turns to the rest of the party and says, I've returned your wonderful half-orc. He has seen the Griffins. It is, I'm hoping now that you are believing that I have pet Griffins. I don't know who would lie about such a wild and whimsical thing, yes?
How many Griffins were there, Krill?
Oh, at least one.
5 with a 5.
How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as Dweezil holds up his fingers.
So there was happy and unhappy. there was the doctor. There was the sneezy. There was coffee.
Coffee!
There was me. there was Sephiros. I'd say there was at least 8.
That's okay then.
So we are good, yes?
No, we're not bloody good. You didn't tell me you had coffee here. Oh wait, no, you made me a coffee earlier.
Yeah, this thing about the coffee is true. We have some coffee. Yes, I believe I gave you some coffee earlier. Yes, yesterday. Yes, you had some coffee.
Who are you?
I am the virus, and you are the wonderful magician. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. But all of this foolishness, and he sort of a bit of a serious tone comes over Zephyros's face, and he turns back to Dweezil and he says, "Dweezil, I must say that before all this unpleasantness this morning, I have to tell you that last night I struggled to sleep. I struggled to deal with the consequences of your words from yesterday. I was quite impolite to you and your viewpoint of the giants. You are raising some points about how we should live our life, and I was quite upset at first. I will admit that you are saying that the ordering should not be, that the ordering is wrong, that the ordering is cruel to my brethren. And I was upset because you are not a giant and you do not know our ways, the way of our people. And I thought, but why would they say that you would be influential in this? Why are you non-giants here to help with the problem of the ordering when you are not giants yourself? And it made Zephyros think that perhaps new eyes are needed on this, yes? As they say, sometimes the frog eats the cigar, yes?
They do say that.
I've lost so many cigars to frogs. Green little bastards.
Yeah, exactly. And you have come here as the frogs, and the ordning is the cigar that you are intending to eat, yes?
Very much so.
Could not have put it better myself, Sephiroth.
I think we've just found a new bard.
But we've already got one that's better than our current one.
Oh. I didn't see her in the tug of war.
And he says, Dweezil, I do not know these things. I am just a regular 24-foot cloud giant flying on a cloud castle with the magic that can make me fly. I am just a normal guy, yes? And it is not for me to question the will of the gods. And perhaps, I ask you, if you will not restore the ordning, perhaps you could think of a better way. If there is a better way for us to live where there is peace and harmony and the giants are not under the boot, but that we can coexist.
Have you heard of the concept of socialism?
Is this similar to the communism?
Not gonna take the show down that road.
We're just going to forcefully instill democracy. The giants don't have any oil, do they? Because I've got plenty of freedom I'm willing to trade for it, if you know what I mean. And by trade, I mean invade and steal.
There is no such thing as an oil giant as far as I am aware. This is not part of the ordning, at least.
It's alright, we'll just plant some.
Yes, if on your journeys, if you find that there is a better way for us to live, that does not bind us, that does not keep us in bondage, then yes, please investigate. But right now I see no other way.
I've seen your bed. It seems like you like bondage.
What happens in the sky stays in the sky, yeah?
Yeah. What happened upstairs stays between me and you.
Quince just joined the Mile High Club. Brilliant.
Krill.
Oh, yeah. They're so interchangeable.
Interchangeable barbarian one just joined the Mile High
Well, I
Club.
suppose Quinch did just get fucked by a castle, so they both did, really.
Yeah, so he's basically said, if there's a better way for you to sort this out in the long run, then please do.
I will think on this, Zephyros, and thank you for reconsidering my opinions. I did not intend to cause offence. It seems to me like the system is unfair, and there must be a better system which would still allow the giants to prosper, but perhaps work together, rather than be held down by their birth.
I am understanding your point, yes, and I was born into this myself. This has been around for centuries, and this is the only way that we know things.
We will do what is right.
That is all that I ask, please. But if my cousins, my fellow giants, get in your way, please, I warn you, do not take them lightly. As I said yesterday, they are not like Zephyros, not all of them.
Sorry.
That is okay, Krill. This is an open space.
I was going to ask you, and it seems rather unfitting to the conversation of peace, but ultimately we must be prepared for all eventualities. These are big words for Krill. If we are ultimately forced to fight giants, do you know of any weaknesses we could exploit to give us an upper hand?
Krill, this is a natural question. I am understanding why you are asking.
I am a tactician. Again, big word for Krill. Especially as I struggle to count to 8.
I am being told of the Dweezil, the Dabov, the Gregomel, the Quinch, and the Krill, the Sebastian. I am knowing that you are important to this, but I cannot, with all my heart, help you kill my brothers. Please, I cannot tell you anything of this nature.
Interesting.
Is it?
Not really.
Would you, Krill, I wish to kill Dabolf. Would you please tell me his weaknesses?
Women and drink.
I look square at Zephyros and say, my weakness is those big blue eyes of yours. Does he have blue eyes?
Bro,
What colour are his eyes?
He doesn't, but you say it anyway.
Yeah, I say anyway. He's too high up. I can't see that high.
Height restrictions.
Yeah. I was tall enough to ride.
Were you wide enough to ride?
Quinch.
Krill, I am willing to take you to Krybor. I am willing to help you in any way possible on your paths, but...
We've been talking for ages. We must nearly be there now.
Well, it is 11 and a half days, and this is only perhaps an hour or so. Yes. Perhaps one wonders if you understand the concept of time. You seem the sort who would perhaps ask someone to make something who would tell you it takes a week, and then ask them the same day whether they are ready. Yes?
I don't know what on earth you could be referring to.
It is like they're saying, sometimes the teddy bear's armor does not get made overnight, yes?
I've never heard such a saying. It sounds like you've just made it up.
9. I would... this has been quite a stressful morning for me, and we are... With all of the unexpected danger of the dragon, we are a little off course, and we have strayed into areas I was not expecting to fly over, so... Unless there is anything else you need of me, I wish to go back to my room and try and get us back on course as swiftly as possible.
Thank you for listening to Dice and Desire. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review in your favourite podcast app. In between episodes, you can interact with us on Twitter and Instagram at Dice and Desire.
The Four Corners Podcast presents The Final Crusade, a Pathfinder 1E Mythic Rules adventure playing Wrath of the Righteous. Come sit at our table and join our 5 intrepid players for the high highs,
our Mythic Tier 2,
the low lows, and hits her in the temple.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
And she dies.
Oh
my god.
Wait, what?
Utter chaos.
Solidarity! And then she's gonna pull a card from the deck.
Oh my god!
Oh, this is going off the rails.
Oh,
An untold mystery. And I guess we'll have to find out what it all means next time on The Final Crusade.
wait, what is happening?
That's a great question.
I'm so confused.
Join us every Wednesday on all major podcast platforms.